Hello, this is Mandy with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is paid ads and social post campaigns. It's an overview of those two different types of campaigns that you can do from within your command onto different social media platforms. And so if you're here with me live, definitely drop those questions and comments in the chat. If I see them while I'm in the middle of class, I'll absolutely try to get them answered for you. Otherwise, we can wait till the end of class and I will save a couple of minutes and go back through those questions in the chat and help get those answered for you. If you're watching this back on a recording, you can always reach out to us as well via email, and that email address is support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help. And so, first and foremost, let's talk about the different social platforms that you can actually do these two different types of campaigns onto. So right here within your command, over here on the left-hand side, you'll see the little megaphone, bullhorn, whatever you call it. It's the campaigns tab. And by the way, if you're not super familiar with the icons yet in command, you can always click the red square and it will pop the names out for you too. Okay. And you can just click it again to hide them. So right here within command, in campaigns tab, you can see the two different types of campaigns that we'll be discussing today, paid ads and social posts. So for social posts, this is if you want to put text, video, images, hyperlink, anything like that, and just post onto your social media platforms. The three social media platforms that will link to your command for social post campaigns are going to be Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also known as X. We actually have a whole nother class called Build Your Social Media, where we go through and show you how to create the accounts, get them set up the way they need to be compatible with command, and then have a great conversation with you about brand recognition and brand consistency and how to brand each one of those platforms to yourself consistently and thoroughly. Okay, so if you haven't checked out that class yet, Build Your Social Media, it is on our YouTube channel. And I do see a few other people coming into class, so let me drop those links for you. Again, there, that link there in the middle, that's the YouTube channel, and that's where you can find that other class, Build Your Social Media. So again, just to recap, three different social platforms will integrate with Command for social post campaigns, and that's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also known as X. For paid ad campaigns, just a few tabs over here to the left, this is when you actually want to purchase marketing ads on different platforms. And don't let the idea of purchasing scare you away. You can actually do it for a very reasonable budget. You can place an ad for as little as like $20. Now you get what you pay for. You won't get that many leads, but we'll go through that today and show you the different budget options and where you can see about how many leads that you're going to get for your budget and how to gauge that for your business. Okay. For paid ads, the social post campaigns, excuse me, for paid ad campaigns, the social media platforms that integrate with Command for that are going to be Facebook, Instagram, Google, and TikTok. Now, for Google and TikTok, you actually don't need your own personal accounts. KW uses global accounts when you're running the ads through Command. And so that's already set up. You don't have to worry about it. You do still want to make sure that you have a Facebook and an Instagram account created and that they are set up correctly in order to be compatible with Command. Again, going back to that Build Your Social Media class, that will walk you through it, as well as tech tip videos that are available on our YouTube channel, like how to get Instagram linked to Command, how to get Facebook linked to Command, how to get Twitter linked to Command. So it will walk you through all the details. I'm just going to show you here briefly where to go to make sure that those accounts are actually linked to your command correctly before you get started. So let's do social post campaigns first. For social post campaigns, to make sure that your social media accounts are linked for that, you'll come over here to your name in the top right and go down to your settings. This is your applications page. This is where third-party platforms integrate with Command. From here, you can scroll down. Now, notice the first section is connected. So, if your social media platforms are already connected, they may appear in this section, just like ours, right here. So, you have post scheduling. That is indicative of it being social post campaigns. The platforms, Facebook, Instagram, those things, they will link to command in two different places for the social post campaigns and paid ad campaigns. It's two different locations. Okay. So that's why you see the distinguishment here. Distinguishment. This is why you see it distinguished. That's probably better grammar. Right here with post scheduling for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay. And so you can link more than one of each type of account. So you can have multiple Facebook business pages, you can have multiple Instagram accounts, and multiple Twitter accounts, and link them all to command and run social post campaigns and paid ad campaigns across the platforms, multiples. Okay. It is important to go back and watch those tip videos though on how to set up the accounts because like for Facebook, I'm just going to show you this really quick because this will probably be the most commonly used platform. So right here for Facebook.com, it's not just enough to have signed in and have a Facebook account. You need to create a Facebook business page. To check and see if you already have them, you can come right here, sign into your Facebook.com and come to the nine squares in the top right, nine squares in a square. You'll have a menu, and there's pages listed right here with an orange flag. You can go ahead and click that, and it will show you if you currently have any business pages associated with that Facebook account. That's what you want. You want it to be a Facebook business page in order for it to be compatible and linked to command. Again, tip video will show you exactly how to find this and edit it if you'd like. But also, if you know for sure that you don't have a Facebook business page or you want to create a new one, same thing. Sign into that Facebook.com account, right? And then over here on the far right, you would click, the nine squares in a square again. And instead of going to the left menu, go to the right one where it says create and just come down to page right here. This will walk you through the 5 steps of creating your page for Facebook business page. Very quick, very easy. Again, we have a tip video that will show you all the steps and even give you some shortcuts on how to get it done. Like when it asks you for a bio, we show you how to use ChatGPT to render like a 2 sentence bio for you pretty quickly so that you don't get too stuck in your head, right? And get stuck on things and details and just don't move forward with getting it done. And so you can definitely come in Facebook and make sure that you have that Facebook business page first. And just to touch on the Instagram too, Instagram can't be just a plain old Instagram account. It needs to be a business account. I show you in a tip video and also the Builder Social Media class how to convert that to a business account. And then another quirky thing about Instagram, you do need to link it to Facebook within Facebook first and then link it to command. So, few extra steps. Check out those tip videos if you have not gotten your accounts, your social media set up, and if you haven't gotten them linked to command. Okay. Back over here to command. Remember, we're here at the name in the top right. We're here under settings. And we're just looking at post scheduling for each of these 3 accounts. You want to see them in connected status. If you don't, go ahead and click connect. It will prompt you to log in to those particular accounts and just get you to approve the permissions and hopefully allow you to go ahead and successfully connect them for social post campaigns. For paid ad campaigns, remember you have to connect the social platforms in a different location. If you scroll down just a little, you'll actually see this banner right here that tells you that they have moved. Okay. You can click this to go the short way to the paid ad settings in order to get those accounts linked. I'm going to show you the long way. I want you to know how to get there. Okay. So let's just come back home here to command just so that you can have some general orientation. And so from here, you would come to campaigns on the left-hand side. Keep those questions coming, guys. I will make sure to get those answered. Um, if not before the end of class, by the end of class, I'll stay a couple of minutes. So right here with the campaigns tab, you'll come up to paid ads and just click quick start. It'll take you right back to where you need to be. On the left-hand side, you'll click assets and Facebook pages. So here you can see, like I said, you can link multiple accounts to command and post paid ads across multiple business pages. Let me clarify that statement. And so from right here, if you do not have yours connected with a little green button showing that it is linked, you can come right here to add Facebook page and it will walk you through the steps. Again, just giving it permission to those business pages and business portfolios. Okay. Once that's done, you should see it right here with the green button saying linked. All right. So that's just kind of the prep work that you'll want to do for social post campaigns and paid ads. I'm going to click this red KW up here in the top left just to take us back to our command again. And let's go over social post campaigns first. It's a little it's a little brief. There's not a lot here, pretty self-explanatory. And then we'll spend the rest of class in the paid ad section because there's a lot of variety, a lot of different things that you can do. And I want to make sure we have time to cover the majority of that in our overview. So for social post campaigns right here, again, we're in command, campaigns tab on the left and social post tab right here at the top. This is where you would come to create a social post campaign. Again, text, image, video, hyperlink, any of those things you can do, and you can actually schedule out your social posts for up to a year in advance. So it's really helpful so that you don't get bogged down with this every week and it becomes a chore. You can actually sit down maybe one afternoon, sink a couple of hours into it, and get a lot of content posted. There's actually a lot of places for free content as well, guys. Again, that Build Your Social Media class, we give out several resources at the end of class that shows you where your free content lives. So, right here, for example, in social post campaigns, if you scroll down to the right here, you can actually see some quick posts that are already available. The image is there, the text is there. You literally just have to click the share button and schedule it for when you want it to go out. So there's already some free content right here at your fingertips. The rest of what you're looking at here on this dashboard is like a calendar view. You have calendar view up here for the week, and you can toggle it even to the month to show when you have posts scheduled. If you want to start one, you literally can just click on the day and start going. But I'm going to minimize that back to a week and then just show you over here on the left. It's more of a list view or a linear timeline view. Same thing. Okay, same thing as the calendar versus the linear view or the list view. And it just shows you when you have it created for, and when it's scheduled, it will show you the different channels, what it calls channels. That just means platforms. So if you have one scheduled just for Facebook or one scheduled for Facebook and Insta, it will show you that. And up here in the top right is where you can actually come and create those campaigns. So we're going to walk through this briefly. Again, tip video is available on the YouTube channel that will walk through it in detail as well. We also have another class, a designs class, that will walk you through actually creating social posts and then actually putting them into a social post campaign. So that also may be helpful. But create campaign, and then we're going to choose social. On the left is where we're going to enter our information, and on the right is where we can actually preview what this ad looks like. Okay, not ad, excuse me, social post. So on the left, you'll choose the different quote unquote channels or different social platforms that you want the social post to be on. So you can see first that Facebook is selected, but you could also choose Instagram and Twitter if you would like. And you can uncheck Facebook and just run it on Instagram or just on Twitter. It just depends on what you're looking for. But some of the convenience is to be able to run it on all of them, right? So just go ahead and select the channels that you want to run it on, and then come down to your content. Here's where you can put your text. If you would like, you can add emojis. Takes them just a second to load. And you can add media. Now you have a couple of options for media. You can upload files, either an image or a video from your device, or you can actually go into designs. There are tons of social post templates already in your command designs that will take you two shakes to edit and brand it to yourself, and then you get to use it. So it's also a place and a resource of free content. Right here are your command designs. I'm actually just going to pop this out into a new tab really quick. Again, it's the square with the paintbrush, just to show you really quickly where these templates live so that you'll have this resource, okay? So you can come here to create a design, click Create Design in the top right, click Social, and Next. This will bring you back into your design area. On the top left-hand corner, you will notice a templates option any minute now. There we go. And so right here, you have tons and tons of templates on the left-hand side. So let's go to lead generation and we'll just say market expert. You can come here and see that you have different social pieces. And yes, you can start from scratch if you want to, but they do have pieces that you can go ahead and click and just update the photo or update the stats, add your name onto it, and then you can go ahead and use it for a social post campaign. Pretty handy dandy. Let me choose one like in listings so I can show you the different sizes. Okay, great. So I went to the listings, just listed. See these little bubbles at the top? These are the different sizes of the designs. And so when you are working on a social post campaign, a little pro tip, it just usually works better if you choose the social square. It tends to work better across multiple platforms. So you can always click social square and it will show you those designs that are that size. Okay. It keeps you from a little bit of a headache later. All right, so let's come back out of designs and go back to our command here. Again, we're trying to create a social post campaign. So you can choose again any designs that you've already edited from right here, or pull a file from your computer and add it in. And then as you come down, it does have a compliance option. If you need to add like each office is independently owned, you can go ahead and actually edit it if you need to or add more. And you can also include your DBA logo if needed, maybe like your KW logo or your Market Center logo, whichever you need. And then come on down further than that, and you can schedule. So you can publish immediately if you want, or schedule this post out right here, and you would get to choose the time and the day. So we'll go ahead and just choose that here. Notice in the top right, you do have the option to save this as a draft if you ever need to revisit it. Okay. It will show you the preview. You can see right here at the top that this is the preview for Facebook. We'll come down, preview for Instagram, preview for Twitter. If you like them and you're ready, you can go ahead and schedule a post. It wants me to add a video or an image. Give me two shakes here and I will get one added. I was just trying to save us a little time so we can definitely spend more time in, oh, wrong area. Here we go. More time in the paid ads. So browse files. Go ahead and choose the kitchen today. You can go ahead and crop if you would like. Make any adjustments that you want. Have our image. You can scroll and see how it would look on the different platforms. Not sure why Insta is not coming up. That should display the photo as well. That may just be a glitch right now. But we can go ahead and schedule that post. and uncheck the DBA logo. I'm just giving it all kinds of problems today, aren't I? Let's try again. Schedule post. There we go. And so now it'll just have you review time and date and what they look like. As long as you're happy with them, you can go ahead and schedule the post. It lets you know that they've been successful. And now that we're back here at our social post campaign tab, you can actually view this on the calendar right here under the month view. Since I scheduled it a little further out on the 28th, that's what it will look like when you have them scheduled on the calendar. And as the week comes around, it will show over here in the linear view as well for your more immediate posts. Okay. After it posts, there will be metrics here for you that you can go through and see how many likes it's had, how many comments it's had. It's pretty neat, just so that you can see that feedback. Okay. And that's pretty much it for social post campaigns. Pretty easy, one and done. So let's go ahead and navigate over to our paid ads campaigns, and we'll spend the rest of class over there. Again, we're in command over on the left-hand side for the campaigns tab, and then right here for paid ads. You can go ahead and click quick start if you would like. This dashboard, by the way, guys, it has some quick links on it for you. If you're interested, you can come and spend some time here. Like it does have a few videos if you're interested in having a little bit of training or focusing on those. If you have any current paid ad campaigns running, you can quickly check on them here by clicking on the type of ads that they are. And then you do have some helpful links over here on the far right with learning more or managing your channels, things like that. But this quick start button right here is pretty much where you're going to go every time. It takes you right back to your paid ads section. So we're going to give that a click. And you'll recognize where we were earlier when we were linking the Facebook business page for paid ads. This is that same place. So right here, it takes you to your dashboard, and each square that you see here, each one is a different type of paid ad. And I'm going to go over the differences again. I told you there's a lot of variety back here. You can pretty much find something for everybody back in this area. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in my screen so you can see the differences a little bit better. And so right here, first stop, you'll see all objectives. So there are a way to filter through, so generate leads or generate traffic. So you can filter those to see generate leads instead if that's all you want to see. And it will tell you how many paid ads are available for that particular objective. This is again pretty self-explanatory, but you want to get leads. You want to get someone's name and number or email in order for you to reach out and create that relationship, right? Get that piece of business. And so generate leads, have that objective, and these are those paid ads, okay? There's also generate traffic. Now, this is a little different. Think about your KW agent website. Maybe you just want to drive traffic to your website. And yes, you have a lead capture form there on your site too, so they can go ahead and enter their information and possibly generate leads as well from this type of ad. But its main goal is just to generate traffic and drive consumers to a specific point, whether it's your KW agent site or something else. Um, so you can come through and shop whichever feels best for you. But I'm going to come back here to all objectives just to show you some of the other differences between the paid ads. You'll notice the little icons, they're all color coded. And on the top right of every ad, you'll see the different channels that this ad is for. So you'll see Facebook and Instagram. Now, remember when we were doing social post campaign and we had the option to not do Facebook and only to do IG or Instagram? With paid ads, it's a little different because the only account that you're technically linking directly to Facebook, excuse me, to command is Facebook. So Instagram for paid ads is linked directly to Facebook in Facebook, and then you link Facebook to command. Because of that, your paid ad has to go onto Facebook if you want it to go on Instagram. Right now, there's not an option to run a paid ad only on Instagram. It would need to go through Facebook to get to Instagram. Okay. Let me know if you got any questions about that. Let's travel on a little further and let me show you the other channels. You'll start seeing a G here. This is Google, but you'll also see the A with the Google colors. So let me explain the difference. The big G for this is called Google Search Ads. You know how you go to google.com and you Google something, or you put a search in and you get results, and some of the main results that come up say ad at the top? That's this. You can run a paid ad on google.com and your ad will populate depending on what the consumers searched. These particular paid ads will actually let you target based on keywords and not just positive ones either. You can do negative keywords. Like if they search a particular word and you don't want to be associated with that, then you can have your ad not appear when they put in a negative keyword. So it's pretty handy dandy. You can get pretty particular with it. There's already 40 built-in keywords that it does use, like home, buyer, seller, real estate, things like that. But then you can come in behind it and use a lot of other keywords too if you want to build that into your ad. When it comes to the little A, this is Google AdSense. It's also been referred to as Google Display Network, but Google AdSense is probably the best word to use because it still keeps the A in their logo. And what this is think about when you scroll different websites, recipe pages, news pages, anything of interest to you, and it has ads either along the side, bottom, or maybe even in between the paragraphs. This is that. So you can run paid ads across the Google network. It's their network that they have of all the different sites and pages, and you can run ads on different pages that apply to your topic. Okay. Just something to know. All the other paid ads will let you do a budget. You choose the amount and you choose the duration. However, when it comes to the Google search ads, these are a long play. It's based on brand recognition, right? It takes a while to build brand recognition. So it takes a while for these to actually generate leads for you because your ad will continue to populate. But think about you and yourself. Like, how many times do you have to scroll and go on sites and actually see a logo or a name before you start instantly being able to recognize what product that is or what business that is? Same thing for you. It takes saturation in a concentrated area over time to build that brand recognition to where people will start trusting you and clicking on your link when they start searching results. So, for these particular paid ads, the ones with the G, it is a monthly recurring subscription. These are the ones that are a little expensive. It is a minimum $250 a month. And they do ask you, they say you get the best results if you do at least 6 months, but you can pay as far as I know, still you can do just monthly. Um, but you get better results the longer you do it. So those are the two little oddballs right here for the monthly subscriptions. Again, minimum 250 a month, and you can go up from there. But all the other paid ads that we're looking at, guys, super cheap into is as expensive as you want it to be. Okay. And last but not least, you can see right here our little TikTok guide. There is one paid ad that will run on TikTok. It is video only. Okay. Video only. I'm going to scroll back up to the top and go through another big difference with these paid ads. You may notice that some have a blue bar and then some have a beige bar. What this is the type of lead capture form that is available on the paid ads. When you see a blue bar, it actually says it includes the lead form in that paid ad. And what that means is they're going to capture that lead for you. Okay. So when a consumer clicks on your paid ad, that particular paid ad will go ahead and either automatically capture that lead's information based on the permissions, or it will present them with a form to fill out. They'll have to fill it out. And then the consumer lands wherever you choose them to land, whether you are sending them to your agent's site or maybe it was a listing landing page, whatever it is that you've set that paid ad up to be where they land, then that is where the consumer will go. But that lead will be captured for you and automatically populate within your command database. Okay. And if you haven't checked out our command automation class, we do have a command automation class that will help you set up automations within your command to help convert leads faster. When you come to the peach bar right here, or yellow, whichever you want to call that, it actually says use your own landing page lead form. This means it's up to you to have a form that captures leads. The good news is your KW agent sites, your custom pages on your KW agent site, and even landing pages, the standalone pages that you can create within Command, all of those are able to have your contact me form added to them so that you have that form. And when a lead actually enters their information on that form, they also will automatically populate within your command database. So it's really great. Um, the only thing you want to be careful with is if you choose a paid ad that has the beige bar right here, and you're not using your KW agent site, you're using a third party, or maybe you created a Google form that you want them to fill out. Whatever it is, if it's a third party other than your KW agent site or landing pages, then you'll just be mindful that those leads will be captured by that third party and it will be up to you to manually get them into command. Okay. So whether you import them, whether you set up an automatic sync, which you have to pay for, whatever it is, there's just going to be some extra work there if you're using a third party site for your ad. Okay. All right. And so I'm going to come back up. We're going to walk through this first paid ad here together. This is the most common one. It is for a listing and it's a single image or video. Notice that you do have other paid ads that don't include a listing if you don't want it to, like you have non-listing. So maybe it's like for an event or something like that, a one-off. But there are non-listing and listing paid ads, and there's also attract buyers, attract sellers. There's many options for whatever it is that you're looking for in your business. So let's go ahead to the listing one here, and you just click on it to get started. It's going to look similar. Let me zoom back out so we can see everything. It's going to look similar to the layout for the social post campaigns. On the left-hand side, we're going to fill in the information. And on the right-hand side, we will see our preview for our paid ad displayed in real time, just a preview, so that we can see how it's going to turn out. And also, just like social post campaigns, once these start running, there is a place that you can come over here on the left and you'll be able to see it's actually under programs. You can see all the paid ads that you've run, your drafts of maybe ones that you're building and you haven't run yet, how many clicks you've gotten, how many leads you've gotten, how many views you've gotten. It's just some great metrics. You even get a little preview of what the ad looks like. And so that way you can track your performance of your paid ad. And if it works out great for you, there's even a clone button so that you can easily duplicate that paid ad without having to recreate it from scratch. And you'll just reset the budget and the duration. Okay. So let's go through these fields together. The first is just again, like social post campaigns, right here in paid ad campaigns, you will choose the different avenue that you want to run this on. It will show you the Facebook business pages that you have linked to command for this particular paid ad because it's Facebook, Instagram. Okay. And so we'll go ahead and just choose one of our business pages. And now if our Instagram business account is linked on the back end in Facebook to that Facebook business page, then this paid ad will also run on that Instagram page as well. Okay. So it will run automatically on both Instagram and Facebook as long as Instagram is linked to Facebook on the back end. Again, tip video that shows you how to do that in the prep work. And so right here, we've chosen Facebook and let's come down. Then you'll choose your listing. Again, this ad is for a listing. It's fairly self-explanatory. Click add or please add listing. Just click that. And here you'll need to use the filters to find your listing. So we'll come up here to filters. You can set multiple ones. Usually the easiest to find yours, while yes, street address is fairly helpful, sometimes it can get a little tricky because this is pulling from all over the world, and some addresses are duplicated, right? So something that might be a little more exact, it says MLS ID right here, and I know that term is used somewhere else in command, and it means your username for your MLS. But right here on this, it actually means your MLS number for that listing. Okay, so that might be a little more of a laser focus trying to find your listing, as well as doing the listing agent's name. So street address, MLS ID, and listing agent are probably going to be your three best filters to set up just to make sure that you find it quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and put Main Street. Let's try a different one today. Let's see Center Street. And so you can see all the listings in the background that are going ahead and changing. I'm going to add a filter and let's see if we can do listing status and we'll do active. So we're going to pull all the listings that have a street address that it contains Center Street and that are currently active. So we'll just click away from the filters. You'll see the listings here, and you can just click the radio button to the left-hand side to choose that particular listing. So we'll just grab this little guy here at the bottom and choose select. This will pre-populate the listing information into your paid ad for you. You can see the paid ad preview on the right-hand side updating. It wasn't just the text that updated, it's actually the text above the image and the text below the image that also updated as well. So it will go ahead and automatically plug that in for you, and then we can come down and customize it further if we want to, okay? So let's move to targeting. I told you before, some of the paid ads will let you target based on keywords, like if you're doing Google search ads. For the listing ones, typically it's going to give you two targeting options. Number one, listing location. So it will take the address from the MLS for this listing, and you get to choose a target radius around that listing. So you can slide the bar here or put your cursor here and change the distance around that listing that you're going to choose. Just highly recommend, guys, keep the brand recognition conversation in your mind when you're running your paid ads. If you want to work with a lower budget, it probably will not serve you well to come and choose a huge radius. Think of it as a shotgun versus a laser. Which one is more precise with better, more accurate results, right? So if you're looking to saturate area, if you're looking to build brand recognition, if you're looking for more leads, think smaller, more saturation over a longer period of time. Okay. Another option is custom location. You can come in here and enter up to 10 different zip codes or 10 different city names. So maybe like this could, I thought it was a beach house for a second, maybe not, but think about maybe in different cities where it's tourist attraction, maybe you don't want to just run your paid ad in that local area. It may behoove you better to actually run the paid ad in different areas that are actually funneling in and relocating to your area or investing in your area. So the custom location may work better for you to target those particular zip codes. So choose whichever one you prefer, and then we'll move on to media type. Now, it does give you the option for image or video. The image is automatically chosen from the MLS, and if you come down over here to the left, you can click on that image. This little guy is a little different. Come here. There we go. So this used to be, I'm going to go back and show you. If you were in here just a week ago, this little guy looked a little different. So you would have a drop down menu here where you could scroll across all the MLS photos. Now we get to click the plus button and see them all a little bit bigger. So this is actually a great upgrade that they've done this week for Mega Camp. So that's awesome. So from right here, it will show you the MLS photos and you can preview all of those and choose them if you would like. You also can add your own. Okay, so you can add your own. You can use filters over here on the left if you would like. But these photos, so much better now. You can actually see what all is in the image and go ahead and choose whichever one you would like for your paid ad. So we'll just go ahead and choose this guy right here and confirm and close. You'll see the image updated on the far right. Again, you do have a video option, and if you choose the video option, it will tell you the requirements, like it needs to be an MP4 file, and it will show you the size because it does need to be a little on the smaller side. The theme option to the right. Currently, no theme is selected, but when I click just listed, you'll see a banner come across and also the text changes to start mentioning just listed. Okay. Again, it's just trying to help you out, save you some time. And so you can do just sold if you prefer as well, or none. You don't have to have either of the themes that you want. Okay. Or depending on what you want. And go ahead and make your selection. And then we'll come down to the text field. This is where you get to customize the text above and below on your paid ad. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can go right along with what it had already suggested, and that's fine. But if you want to customize it, you can always put your cursor in these fields and begin typing in what you want. You'll also notice that it has bubbles here with little X's. Those are what are called chips. You may be more familiar with the term merge tags. It's essentially pulling data from either the MLS listing or your profile in order to enter data into the text for you so that you don't have to worry about making typos or things like that, or even like the price and stuff. If you're not 100% sure, save yourself some time, add a little chip in, and it will pull whatever price or data is on the MLS. So it'll save you time there. You can also do emojis as well for both of the body text and the headline. And you have an AI bot called Evolve that's here within paid ads that will help you write your paid ad. So you can click the stars here or down here in the bottom right hand corner of your paid ad. Either way will open Evolve and you get to choose which one he's going to help you with. So you can do body text, which is actually here at the top of your ad, or the headline, which ironically is at the bottom of your ad. It's under the image, or just do all. He'll start thinking and give you some options. So he gives you an option for body text and the headline. If you like them just like they are, go ahead and hit apply all or apply individually. But if you don't like them, you do have some options to refresh. So you can refresh it to get a different one. You can thumbs down if you don't like it and want to start completely from scratch. You can also change the tone, artistic, practical, vibrant, caring, or emotional. And so we'll go with vibrant on this one. Give him just a second and he will produce more body text. So let's say you like this one, so we'll apply that one, but maybe you don't like the headline. So you'll thumbs down it, get another, and then you'll go ahead and apply that one. You can always minimize him when you're done. But that's a really neat way to do this quickly, again, to stay out of your head and to let it help you write your paid ads. Once you're done with your text, we're going to talk about post lead submission destination. Really big fancy way to say, where do you want your consumer to land after they click on the ad? So if they click the ad, it either captures their lead information automatically or they're presented with the form from the ad itself that you don't have to do yourself. And then once they enter their information, where do they go? Where do they end up? And so it gives you a couple of options. You can enter a URL like over here on the right-hand side. So we will just enter our, I have to stop talking to type, sorry. So we can enter our agent website. Now notice, I don't know if you saw that, it was really quick. It gave a red error really quick and then went away. It may do that to you. Just give it a second to think. But it recognizes this as a website. Go ahead and click preview. Make sure you entered this correctly. You want to make sure you didn't make a typo or present a broken link once you've paid for your ad and it's running. Okay. And so make sure you preview it, but maybe you want to use a page, whether it is a custom page on your KW agent site or a standalone landing page that you've created within Command. You can use one of those by clicking on landing page, and it will give you all of your pages right here in a list that you can choose from and go ahead and use that as your quote unquote landing page. Just want to clarify here too, because it's again, it's where Command uses the same term in two different ways, unfortunately. So when you're in your websites tab in Command, you will see options to create either a custom page or a landing page. A custom page is attached to your website. The consumer can go to that page and then also navigate anywhere on your site that they want to go. You will also see the option within your website's tab in Command to create a landing page or a standalone landing page. There's also another one called a single property landing page. When it's saying landing in your website's tab, it simply means that it is a standalone page and you cannot navigate to your website from that landing page. There are no navigation tools or drop down menus at the top of the page that will let that person continue on throughout your KW agent site. Okay, that's the difference in the websites tab. When you're back here in campaigns and it says landing page, it just simply wants to know where do you want that consumer to land after they click your ad. Okay, and it can be anywhere. It could be a custom page. It could be your KW agent homepage. Okay. So just same term meant two different ways. So we're going to go ahead and leave this one here for our URL and we'll scroll down to lead settings. This is one of the automations within Command. So once you get a lead, right, they enter their information or it's automatically captured and it populates within your Command database as a new lead. You can set it up right here on the paid ad to where it will automatically tag that lead for you so that it keeps your database organized, but also it can trigger other automations throughout your command whenever you add tags. So you can choose from any of your tags that you've already created or even create a new tag if you want. So you type in what you want, and if it's not in the list, then you would choose create new. So we'll just go ahead and choose a particular tag. You can choose multiple, but you also have the option to go ahead and start them on a smart plan. So a great idea is to go in to smart plans. If you haven't checked those out, we have another class called Smart Plans Overview. Smart plans are amazing. They can automatically send out bulk text, bulk email, all kinds of things for you. And so with a smart plan, you might want to go in and just create a quick introduction smart plan. Have it be a one email that says, "Hey, I'm so and so. Watch your phone. I'm going to be calling you shortly. But in the meantime, here's a link to my app so that you can go ahead and start your search." Something very brief, or I mean, if you want to get super creative, maybe you'll do like a 60-second video of yourself or something in the email, but something to reach out to that lead. Because remember, the faster you reach out to a lead, the more chances you have of actually converting them to a piece of business or to a relationship, I should say. Um, and so from right here, if you have any smart plans already set up within your command, you can choose from any of them here on the drop down menu, and that lead will automatically start on that smart plan as soon as they're captured. So if it's in the middle of the night and someone's searching on social and they click your ad and you're asleep, can't reach out right now, that's fine. You've already set them up to start on a smart plan and your system is already automatically reaching out to them. Okay, great way to help convert leads. Coming on down, compliance again. It already has, I don't know if you can see that, it's teeny weeny, but it already says each office is independently owned and operated right here. So it is there and is as the default. But if you have something else that needs to be posted for DBA or for compliance, you can always choose custom, update that logo if you need to. Okay. At the bottom, you have a save as draft option, and then you have proceed to the last step. We're going to go ahead and proceed to the last step and show you here on the left. This is where you set up that duration and your budget. Okay. So at the top for duration, choose the calendar and you choose how long it's going to run. Please know, at the time that you create your paid ad, there will be a 24-hour window directly after. You're not charged for it, but there's usually about 24 hours before that ad will actually start populating and your duration will begin. Your paid time will begin. Okay. The reason for that is the ad has to be approved by the social platform you're running it on. Okay. So that means, like for this particular one, Facebook and Instagram would need to review the ad before they start posting it. It's not a solid 24 hours, but it can take up to that long. Okay. So your duration starts after that. So just keep that in mind when you're scheduling. Also, with paid ads, think about a wave trickle, right? Like, so leads will start trickling in, and then you're going to get a spike, and then they'll start trickling back off. And it needs a few days to start accumulating those leads and that exposure to get those leads captured for you. So just keep that in mind. It would probably be wise to never run a paid ad less than about 72 hours in length. Okay, so we'll just choose Friday and we'll have it end, let's say on Monday. And underneath that, you get to choose your budget. It shows you about how many leads you will get for this duration and that budget. So I'm going to slide it down. It will give you a minimum every now and again. There it is. So you can't do like a $4 ad for that many days. Okay. It's just too small. So you can slide it up. You can do it for 10, right? So again, this is for anybody's marketing budget. Doesn't matter where you are in your business. You can do this. If you're looking to generate leads, if this is how you've chosen to generate leads for your business, if you like cold calls, if you like cold introductions and building that rapport out of thin air, if you're just like gifted that way and this is how you genuinely love to build business, then this is a great avenue for you to come in. We've seen many, many, many agents build their business on this, as well as teams, to keep their teams fed. So you can come in here, choose your budget, whatever you want. We'll string it to the other extreme so that you can see if you ran a $500 budget on 4 days or 3 days, you can see that you can get 55 to 103 leads. That's a lot. That's a lot of follow up, right? So come in here and choose what you want, and then come down into your billing information and click purchase now. That will begin your paid ad. I'm going to come back up here. We're going to save this one as a draft, actually. And over here on the left-hand side, if you're under programs, this is where it will show you any paid ads that you've already run, are currently running, or you've saved them as a draft like us. And this is where you'd come and click on them so that you can view the metrics for them and their performance. Okay. And that brings us to the end of our class, folks. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and get to any of the questions that are here in the chat. So again, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them here in the chat if you're here with me live. And if you're watching this back on recording and you have any questions or need any help at all, you can definitely reach out to us via email. And that email address is support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.